Hi. I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. Many of you are requesting I cover the Amy vs King Kerfuffle. So, I've decided we shall take a look back at my past coverage of the situation. And then we shall have a look at the current drama. First, let us time travel backward to the infamous non-apology. Hi. I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. I interrupt my time at the hip-hop to bring you this swift update. Catherine took to social media to make a statement on the Backwoods vs Amy King situation. She did apologize. She also blames Amy for everything. Many times. She also is sure to point out that Amy's mocking video was about absolutely every redneck woman. Not just Barbie. Here is her statement. Last week Amy King uploaded a video on her Instagram which many thought was funny. Many assumed her video was about another YouTuber. I privately asked Amy if it was about this person and she said yes. I shared my thoughts about her video on a reel and Instagram. A few days ago, we realized there was a communication mix-up. She thought I was speaking about redneck women, when I asked about one person. In good faith I deleted those videos as I do not want to cause any further stress to her. I apologize to the YouTuber, Backward Barbie, for making these videos based upon my communications with Amy. Neither Amy or I want to be considered bullies and I apologize for my role. What has happened since is extremely disappointing. Amy's business and Twitter are being bombarded with spam and hate. Please do not send her hate based upon my words and our miscommunication. I take ownership for that. People are also dragging up old statements I've made about the Dougie girls over the years. I've never once claimed my opinion about them hasn't evolved over the years. Clearly, what I thought 2 years ago is different than today. I have openly spoke about this change in my thoughts many times publicly. In full transparency, I take responsibility for my role and I only ask you to please leave Amy alone. She's got enough going on right now. The last thing she needs is this. To Amy, I'm deeply sorry for our miscommunication and indirectly bringing you into this mess. We are all very tense with this trial. Emotions are running high. So, let's take some time today to try to be positive in the midst of the. As many of us know, this started a loud whisper among communities. Many speculated this was a wrongdoing on Catherine's part, while others were steadfast in their I told you so's. Ultimately, the first breakup of Kamy would commence. Let us have a look. Due to the cinematic genius of this presentation, I highly suggest avoiding headphones or earpods, or adjusting to a lower volume. Do view to the end. And be sure to have a box of napkins. Do not wipe your tears on your good blankets. Hi. I'm Bobby. I am a robot cat. Catherine Joy has been unusually Duggar-free as of late. Aside from her uncomfortable translucent powder stream days ago, her Instagram and Twitter are focused elsewhere. Well, it appears Amy King went to her Instagram to seal the deal on her divorce from Catherine. First, let us travel back to one of Amy's many collabs with the Madam of Deception. This particular pairing was the most uncomfortable video I have ever endured. I do wonder if Catherine does not feel some relief, having to never host a crotch fruit on her child-free channel again.
Produce so many germ-filled crotch fruit.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Hi, Amy.
How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I am by now. But he's just not asleep. I had a day of it, of just hanging out with my mom today. And so Dill hung out with, had daddy time. And so he has no schedule right now. And so he's wide awake. So he's gonna do it. But it's exhausting sometimes. And yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna be building a house soon. Our house is but it will be in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
And I'm already stressed out about it.
Yeah. You know,
It appears Catherine would be terrible at playing poker. Never mind. Well, Amy posted her confirmation that she has dropped the crystal ball squarely into the waste bin. However, she has already deleted the announcement. I do question how honest Amy truly is. Never mind. I was able to find the video via the YouTube channel T-Detox. I have linked their channel below.
However, I have distanced myself, and I will say that since I have just kind of turned a new chapter, I would say it's just a little lighter. Things are lighter, and it's good. And I'm just trying not to focus on what a hard month this is. Just not letting that control my everyday. It's not going to steal my peace. And the people that are involved, I've spoken to several of them, and I will just say that it's just something I'm working on. I'll just say that internally. But my joy comes from the Lord. Comes from the friends that I have, my true friends and my true girlfriends that I just will tell anything to, and they love me no matter what, you know. And they live in Arkansas, and they one's coming today to see me. She's like, I gotta go shopping, girl. So I am just really blessed with some really good, genuine, strong, healthy people around me, and it's just so nice to have their support through it all. I will. I am very aware of who is in my life for the right reasons. And so I love that I just have people that I can rely on in my life. It's just really important. 35. Like, I'm a mama. I love my life and I love the people in it. And I don't have to worry about what other people say because I feel like true colors will come out. And I'm just going to be me. So that's okay. For all the things I'm so happy you walked away. Well, sometimes it's good to walk away. It's good to just clean your hands and say, I've tried my best and that's okay. Thank you. No, truly, like, thank you. I feel like God gave me some thick skin because he knew I would be a part of some craziness. Amen.
Hello, everyone. It's like a whiskey and bourbon room, so that's awesome. And I said, oh my God, the humanity. And she said, that does not define a person. And I said, absolutely not. And she said, I didn't marry a little vanilla cupcake, LOL. I really liked her. She's so like feisty and sassy. She's super, super sweet. And I said,
worst relationship ever. Like, terrible. Yeah. He didn't know how to be boyfriend. He was engaged, like, I don't know, like, probably. If I did that, then people would be like, you're an alcoholic. And I'd be like, well, I'm 40. Bite me.
Just because you enjoy a Mike's Hard Lemonade for time doesn't mean you're an alcoholic. If you showed up on live and you were drunk all the time, I would say that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
Well, exactly. So you just enjoy a Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Tonight I was really just yelling at the trolls that are stupid.
So I saw Amy publish this on her Twitter, and then I got this message from her the other day telling me that she loved me, and then I saw the message on Twitter and I was like, oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. What I wanted to cover today was Amy and Jill and their banning of the Duggars by the Duggars. All right, you guys, yesterday we talked about Amy Duggar. She had shared this cute photo of her husband Dylan falling asleep or sleeping with her baby Dax. Time to talk about some developments going on with the Duggars. Yesterday I did a very long live stream, about an hour long, where we talked about a lot of different topics, and we were discussing Josh Duggar's extension, and we also talked about how Counting On had been canceled. TLC freedom. Amy Duggar says that she also feels this way now, and it seems like she might be calling out her uncle and perhaps TLC for being used.
Well, that was certainly an emotional parting. Once again speculations began, most of which leaned in the favor of this being a stunt to fool the masses. And that the two of them were still very much friends. Well, Catherine simply cannot help herself. and would ultimately offend Amy to a point that she would finally decide enough is enough. In light of recent speculative videos on the part of Catherine, viewers begin alerting Amy to the issues at hand. And ultimately, Amy would tweet this, causing a domino effect of dramas. Katie Joy, how dare you come after my mom and make accusations against her? Nobody does that. You have stepped over the line a long time ago, but to attack my mom after all she's been through? You are terrible. Stop lying. #TrueColors. As we all could have predicted, Catherine took to her Instagram to immediately defend herself. Quite an overdoing on her part. Many have already gone over the video, so we shall stick to the tweets and posts. Just want to address this tweet by Amy King. We have not thrown out any accusations against Deanna Duggar. We do not believe Deanna is some sort of kingpin in the Duggar world, nor even someone that knew about Joshua. We have reported for years that we believe that Jim Bob lied to his sister and his niece about Josh and his crimes. Additionally, we have reported that online rumors about Mary Duggar's death have recirculated since Josh's conviction. This is not an accusation that Deanna did anything to her mother. In fact, the rumors have nothing to do with Deanna. Mary's death was listed as an accidental drowning. Reddit and other boards have discussed the timeline. Other outlets have as well. Other than that, I have nothing to accuse Deanna of at this point. She is only tied to this because of her last name. If I have facts, I state facts. If I have an opinion, I state an opinion. Interviewing sources sometimes means asking questions about public statements, photos, and verifying relationships. But we do not accuse anyone of crimes they haven't committed. Nor do we believe that Deanna has committed any crimes. That's it for now. Now, many agree with my sentiments. That Catherine must forget that she accuses others of crimes at least 5 times per day. Whether it is orchestrating plane crashes, or inappropriate behavior. The Lord of Hypocrisy most certainly does speculate and accuse. Her transparent attempt at professionalism here is quite embarrassing. Not long after that post, she created this one. It is almost as if she is attempting to change opinions ahead of her viewers. I have spent the better part of today trying to unravel the drama that is thrown my way by Amy King. I want to be transparent. I stumbled upon information that some people do not want out. This information has not been reported by me because there are so many moving parts. The information is verified, corroborated, and there are court records connected to some of the pieces. People at the center of the information have confirmed the most troubling parts and denied other portions. I'm still in the process of investigating, learning, and diligently seeking the truth. I am extremely careful in my reporting because I know that my platform comes with responsibility. I do not believe that Amy or Deanna have done anything malicious or criminal. They are not the target of really anyone but those that seek to control a narrative. But I do think they have powerful people in their ears trying to discredit me. When you have information that could become public, some people will do everything they can to discredit the source before that information comes out. I still don't know what I will do with the information I have. But I know that if I've found it, the people producing for Amazon will find it too. There are so many disturbing open secrets that some people will do anything to prevent from coming out. I'm sure it's so hard to be in a situation where you are under the weight of a powerful cult and uncle like Jim Bob Duggar. When the show was on and everyone loved the Duggars, everyone around them benefited from that fame. Now that reality is very different. It's easier to lash out at the person that reports than it is to lash out at the people who caused the reporting to happen. But just be careful who you align yourself with when your world is in chaos. I do not think Amy or Deanna deserve what is happening, but I also won't be Amy's scapegoat. For clarity, this has nothing to do with Mary Duggar's death. I don't for a minute believe Deanna would have ever hurt her mom. The death was ruled accidental drowning. Period. I do not know about you, dear viewers, but this reads like she's blaming Jim Bob for their falling out, instead of the reality that she keeps friends about as effectively as she maintains a hairline. Never mind. There is also a hint of her dangling information over Amy's head, as if she has secrets told to her by Amy which could ruin her. Amy responds with petty memes, as well as Catherine, as seems to be their typical fashion. Trying to live in peace and not get involved, but people be testing me. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm done with Twitter for a while. In a stream, I shared what happened the first time Elle interviewed Amy King. During the interview we talked about growing up Duggar, and her life on and off the show. We also talked about blanket training and why she was so against the practice. She didn't disparage her family. Within 10 minutes of posting the interviewing, she called and demanded I remove the video. I could hear her mom on the phone, with Jim Bob, who was threatening to sue them, if I didn't remove the video. Amy was panicked. Her mum was panicked. I was so confused and felt bad. She didn't say anything wrong. But Jim Bob told them if the video remained, he would sue her for $500,000. Over the 2 years I knew her and spoke to her, she would similarly contact me in a panic and demand remove posts. She would shade a cousin, call them out, and like many outlets, I posted what she said. I learned Amy used shade to get her message out because Jim Bob would threaten to silence her through lawsuits. He was a millionaire with a network, Amy was not. I generally complied because one felt badly for her. But then she would make demands of me to remove content that dozens of other outlets covered. Other outlets weren't told to remove content, only me. The difference is that Jim Bob had eyes on me. He labeled my channel and reporting a danger to his family. Imagine protecting a pedophile and the reporter is the dangerous one. Jim Bob intimidates so many people, and I have no doubt in my mind he still has some sort of power over her even with the show gone. Her fame was built on the show. Without the show, with a conviction for Josh related to child material, Duggar brands are not faring well. Elle encouraged her to take a break, and get offline. But she wouldn't. Instead, I became her target. I have empathy for anyone being controlled by a narcissist like JB. However, Amy is now starting to stand against everything she once stood for. She's fighting a losing battle because she wants to save her beautiness. When you've built your brand off the Duggars, unfortunately this is their consequence. I hope she can really break away from her uncle and his control for good. My dear viewers, at what points do others realize that Catherine only uses people to her advantage? And the very moment in which anyone stands up to her, she throws them squarely under the bus? What is it about this treacherous woman that attracts so many people with their stories? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Cheers.